What's up, people who play games and, well, people who don't? Today we're going to be talking about gaming news that happened this past week, so what's up?
3, 2, 1, go!
First up is Clueless Gamer. Clueless Gamer is a little skit that they do on Conan, which is a comedy talk show that Conan O'Brien does on TBS, I think. And basically on this little skit called Clueless Gamer, they play games with different celebrities, and it's kind of cool to watch. This past episode was two of them playing ARMS, like Conan and somebody else. Like the name of the guy is like right on the tip of the iceberg right now. I just cannot think of it, but yeah, they played that and it was really cool to watch. I'm gonna link the actual video in the description below. I just added this to the list because I thought it was pretty cool to actually to watch someone like from the air quote mainstream media to actually play games. For me personally, like when I like look at media, it's kind of rare just to see somebody just play games without actually like going in depth about how bad they are, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool to watch. If you want to go check it out, it's in the description. So for people who actually do care about like real gaming news, Overwatch. For the people who don't know, there was a developer update just a few days ago. I think it was actually just a day ago. I don't really know, but yeah, it was a video where Jeff Kaplan, Jeff Kaplan basically explained how they're going to try this new highlight system. Beforehand, you could just save the game automatically saved a clip or whatever of you doing play of the game or something else cool in the game. That was cool and all, people loved it, but now, well, from what he's explaining, you can press a button to save any play of the game pretty much. Like let's say you get play of the game or your friend gets it, you press that button that you map yourself, like let's say F9 or whatever button you map it for PC or whatever you play on, then the game will capture it automatically, and that's pretty cool. But then once you're out of the match, this is also a thing you couldn't do beforehand. You could save that clip and have it as a video file, so later on, like if you want to use it in a video or whatever you want, you can keep that, you can have that. It's not just gone the second you turn off the game. So I think that's pretty cool. Another thing he mentioned was a decreased rate in duplicates, which basically means if you get a diva skin and you already had that diva skin, once you open another loot box, then it won't give you that same skin. Basically, it shouldn't give you that same skin. At some point, once you get everything in the game, you're going to get duplicates, of course, but this really helps for people who wanted that like special skin from the event or whatever, but they kept getting duplicates or something like that, which really sucks when you're trying to grind out for that really cool skin that you're pretty much only going to get once a year, or once ever pretty much. So I think that's pretty cool, honestly. But also he explained how that might actually affect the whole credit gain in the game. So once you did get a duplicate or whatever in the game, you could basically get credits from that. The game automatically gives you credits once you have a duplicate or whatever as incentive to keep trying to play, and plus you can use those credits to actually buy the skin or whatever you want that you actually wanted. But he basically explained that the loot boxes will have an increased rate of having credits, basically increased amount of credits per loot box, so that shouldn't be an issue. You won't have to start just buying loot crates, so there's no real harm done, like from what he's explaining. Me personally, I'm excited for the update. I can't wait to see something like this happen. I've been wanting this to happen for a while now. Me and like the rest of the RPS members, we hate when we get duplicates or whatever, well, mostly, and it kind of sucks. So we're really hoping this turns out well, and we'll be keeping our eyes out. So next up, we're going to be talking about Rockstar and the whole Take-Two issue, the modding issue and all that stuff. If you haven't heard already, Rockstar's owners or publishers or whatever you want to call them, Take-Two, they pretty much shut down like the whole modding industry when it comes to GTA 5. GTA 5 had like a very lively like modding community, but they noticed, like Take-Two and Rockstar, they noticed that people weren't actually buying all that many shark cards because there was so much other content they could do without shark cards, you know, with through the DLC, not DLC, but mods. So they shut down mods and they cracked down on them pretty hard, and Take-Two released a statement, kinda. They had a discussion with Rockstar and they talked about like what their policy is on the whole modding industry. They said it would probably be okay for a single player mods. They don't really care all that much about that, but as long as it doesn't affect any multiplayer aspects or anything like that, or it doesn't directly copy any other IPs, then you're pretty much fine, which really sucks for like a lot of mods, but what can you do? But a plus side of that, the actual people at Rockstar are talking to the people who developed the modding system for GTA 5. I think it was OpenDev or OpenIV Dev, and hopefully something will get worked out. But it's promising to actually hear they're talking about it, at least, you know, one-on-one stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. So next up, we're going to be talking about Sega! Sega is doing this thing called Sega Forever, which is basically this movement that is remastering old Sega games and putting them on your phones through Google Play and the App Store. They're taking games like the original Sonic and letting you play them on mobile for free, and it's pretty cool. So far, I've only played one of the games. I think they have 5 games out so far, and they run pretty smoothly from what I've experienced. And the comments are saying it's pretty good so far. The only actual payment that you might have, or well, might want to pay for, is the $2 fee, like per game, to remove the ads, because the game does have ads. Apparently, like in the beginning and end of the game, like let's say you start up the game, then you get an ad, and then like around the end of the game or the end of the time of you playing, then you get another one. I don't think it's too much of a big deal, the whole ad thing, but me personally, I paid the $2 just to, like, you know, play smoothly. But, you know, whoever you are, you might just not want to pay that, so it could be pretty cool. I enjoyed it, maybe you will too, and I'm actually pretty excited for this, to actually get to play all these games just for free without like actually downloading an emulator or anything like that, just straight off the App Store. So maybe you enjoy that too. So next up, we're going to be talking about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Standalone release. So basically, beforehand you had to buy Infinite Warfare in a bundle or whatever to actually get Modern Warfare, like the remastered version, which kind of sucked. You know, a lot of people didn't like it. But now, well, at least when June 27th comes around for PS4, you can actually buy the game alone, all by itself, for $27. Let's just take a moment there. I said for $27. It's going to be $40, and people are kind of excited about it already. DLC for Xbox One and PC usually comes around like a month or so after PS4 DLC is released, basically. So people are thinking, you know, the game is going to be actually released a month or so after the PS4 release. But then again, this is a standalone game, so we're not sure exactly when it will be released. Nobody can say for certain at the moment, but it's coming. So if you like Call of Duty, or at least that game, you should be excited. So next up is Titanfall 2 news. If you haven't heard about Titanfall 2 already, well, that kind of sucks. Basically, they're getting this new update where, one, Titan Brawl is going to be a permanent mode. Titan Brawl is a mode where it's like 5v5, I think, team deathmatch, but with, of course, the Titans. Secondly, they're going to be adding new maps, 2 new maps, one of them being one of the DLC maps that was actually in the original Titanfall. And lastly, they're going to be adding 3 like slots for, well, actually they're just going to be adding 1, but you're going to be able to have 3 slots for your pilot. This means you can have a first weapon, a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, and then an anti-Titan weapon all at once. This is going to make the game like a lot more interesting, because you know it's going to be a lot harder to be a person in the Titan, because any pilot will have like anti-Titan stuff. There were already like a bunch of ways somebody could take down a Titan without, you know, an anti-Titan weapon already, but you know, this does make it more complicated for Titan players. So yeah, I guess that could be more interesting. Pretty cool. I still want to pick up the game, but I haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, if you play the game already, good luck for you. So next up, we're going to be talking about the Steam Summer Sale. The Steam Summer Sale is basically where they have different games on Steam, a bunch of them, nearly the whole store, at discounted prices throughout the summer. Beforehand, they had like different games for sale per day, but now they have like pretty much all the games are going to be like the same price throughout the period. It ends June 5th, I think. And yeah, for people who are out of school right now, I know a lot of like guys and gals in school, like they play games and stuff, but when it comes around to the summer, they have so much time that they beat the games they had in like days, pretty much. Yeah, for people like that, this is great for you, because you know you have all of these games now like at a discounted price. Like for example, Super Hot and Doom, they're only $15. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, $4. And The Witcher 3 Game of the Year Edition, $25. So yeah, that's pretty cool. All of this stuff is cool and all. I hope you get out there and get some games, have some fun. RPS, we're probably going to do a few videos on the summer sale, and not confirmed just yet, but we'll see how that goes. Last but not least, we have the PlayStation Flash Sale, I think it's called. This is basically where PlayStation has its own little discounted sales and stuff like that. It's pretty cool if you play on PlayStation, and you should go check it out. For PS4, they have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 for just $16, and 7 Days to Die for $10.49. So of course there's like a few games out there you might want to pick up. I know Nidhogg, if you already know what that game is, you're pretty cool, you're a cool person, I like you. That game is only $5 at the moment, so you definitely go check that out. I recommend it. So yeah, there are a lot of cool games they have on PlayStation right now that are discounted, so you should probably go check that out if you play on PlayStation a lot. So yeah, with that, we're going to be ending this video. Thank you for watching this. Do a thumbs up or whatever if you liked it, or upvote if you're on VidMe. And yeah, we'll see you around.